in the gutter where I left my lover.
That's your boy Wild's Right, and I'm back after a long hiatus. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Okay, I finally got to catch up on the ending of Baki, and let me tell you something. It's not what I expected. It's not. It's good. It was good, but it wasn't what I was expecting. You know what I mean? Like, well, actually, it was a little bit of both. A little bit of both, because we finally got to see Yujiro Hanma, the world's strongest man, go up against the previous Raikai winner, the elderly man. He's about 100 and something years old, and I was not overly happy, but I wasn't disappointed by the fight. It was kind of, it was right. It was a perfect in the middle of me being like, that's awesome and that's disappointing, because even though they did keep the aura of Yujiro's character, I still wanted to see him maybe struggle a little bit. You know, this is the greatest tournament of all time. He went up against the last winner. You know what I mean? And in all honesty, the fight was good. Animation, everything like that was good. The intensity was there. Matter of fact, I actually liked how they kept Yujiro's aura, because even though I did kind of want to see him get pushed against the wall, you did see him take some damage, which I don't know if by his standards is any damage at all. But you learn just like a percentage more of what kind of guy he is. You pretty much know everything about him, but I feel like there's still more to come. And lo and behold, the shocking thing that happens in that match is that not Yujiro, but his opponent dies. Now you're probably thinking, oh, yeah, of course, Yujiro probably kills him. But no, he stopped his heart on his own. It's like going in defensive stance. It's like going like this and curling up in the ground, a fetal position. But he stopped his own heart. I was mind blown by that. I was like, what? That's what made the fight so disappointing to me, because I thought these dudes were going to have it out until death do them part kind of thing. But instead, he pretty much chickens out, which makes me realize, okay, yo, this dude Yujiro is kind of stupidly strong. He's an OP character. Like, he's not supposed to lose. You know what I mean? He even said it himself. If he would have taken that last punch, he would have been gone. He would have been erased, Hakai, whatever you want to call it. He would have been gone. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? If I saw my life flash before my eyes and someone's punch was coming right at me, my heart might have stopped too. But still, as the last Raikai winner, you can't do that, man. That's kind of disappointing. You got to go out with some, some of this right here. Don't chicken out and fake your death like possible. Like, I get you want to live another 100 years or however long this guy wants to live, but like, come on, man. You had the whole of Japan on your back. You had the title of World's Strongest and the Raikai winner title, and you pulled that. I was disappointed. From a character I thought was going to have a lot of impact, it was disappointing. However, I thought that was going to be the last part of this season, and it wasn't, because we quickly find out Ali is the next couple episodes is like the main character, Ali Jr. Well, Ali makes an appearance a few times, but it mainly focuses around Ali Jr. And I'm thinking, okay, so that must mean that he's either, one of two things are gonna happen. He's either gonna become like a Killua to Gon kind of character, Baki and Ali, you know what I mean? Going further, if there's another episode or anything like that, he's gonna become, Goku and Vegeta kind of thing, Saitama and Genos. Okay, it's gonna be like that kind of thing. How one guy's the actual main character, but the second guy's kind of like got that shine of a main character too. So I finished watching it. I'm like, yo, I like Ali. I've already liked Ali from before, and the next thing you know, he's beating on all these previous dudes, which I kind of expected to happen, because you're feeling this growth towards it with Ali. You're feeling him kind of training because he wants to fight Baki so badly, and it quickly like flips the script. I started getting angry though, because when he loses against one of, I guess, Baki's siblings, I forget his name, but he gets his butt whipped, like near death. And I'm like, you know what? Everybody hits that wall. Now he's gonna go train. He's gonna go back, fight him, probably beat him, and then eventually he's gonna fight Baki. That's not at all what happened. This guy gets his butt whooped, and then goes out to tea with Baki's girlfriend. I'm like, yo, this guy wild. He's tripping. He's tripping. Like, first of all, why go out with the man's girl? Secondly, like, you just got your butt whipped and you're just gonna casually go out for tea. Like, I don't understand. And the next thing you know, the other two people he defeated come back and fight him. I'm like, yo, why are you fighting him right now? First of all, he's on a date. Second of all, his rib cage, his mouth, his tongue, his whole body's like non-existent. They're not attached to one another. Like, why are you trying to fight him now? Like, that's kind of disrespectful. But if you're paying attention to the show, it's kind of how the show goes. You know, they want you to fight even if you have no arm, no leg, no eye socket. You know what I mean? None of that. You got to be able to fight in whatever condition you're in and win. So I was kind of mad because I wanted to see them fight Ali as best, but how the show has been going, it follows, and it makes sense. And the next thing you know, he pretty much gets near death, and then all of a sudden resolve. You know what I mean? Which I'm like, okay, that's cool. Now it makes sense. You gotta lose some to win some. You know what I mean? And he's always been winning, so he got his butt kicked pretty badly in order to win some. So the challenge towards Baki was been placed, and I'm like, okay. You know, the Raikai tournament was like a 7-8 maybe overall. And now we're about to see some of the fights we really want to see. Well, we already saw one, but this is the next one you want to see, Baki versus Ali. And what I didn't understand is that we know how strong Baki is, but I didn't know he was that strong. You know, I thought what happens is so shocking because you really think the show's gonna go one way sometimes, and it doesn't. It goes in a whole opposite direction. Everyone's saying Ali Jr. is going to win because you see him train so hard. He gets this resolve. And I'm like, you know what? It's going to be an interesting fight. You got the main character versus Ali Jr. Big name, great boxer, everything like that. But it doesn't. Baki one-shots the guy and attempts to kill him. I'm like, yo, Baki, first of all, where'd you get this strength? Okay? Where'd you get this strength? What have you been doing to get this strength? Yes, I understand you're the son of Yujiro Hama, but still, where did you get this strength, my guy? From the tournament to now, where'd you get this strength? Because in all honesty, I didn't think you were going to beat Ali Jr. with the strength you had in the tournament. So where'd you get this strength? So he one-punches him and about to choke him out. And then his father, Ali Sr., comes in, saves his life. I'm like, okay, plot twist here. Didn't see that coming. I actually thought Ali was gonna die there for a second, which would have been like mind blowing. Boom, like one of the like crazy main character dies, you know. But he doesn't, and you quickly understand that Baki he's so much stronger than we thought he was. Like, you quickly understand that. And then he challenges his father, and his father accepts. And I'm like, yo, it's about to go down. It's about to go down. But it doesn't actually go down right then. They're trolling me. They don't want to see me see the good fights. And if they see the good fights, they quit. Like, boom, 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 and it's done. Like, I want a full episode of like a teeth grinding fight. You know what I mean? But like many other things, the hype up to this fight between Yujiro Hama and Baki was amazing. They haven't fought yet because apparently there's another thing on Netflix where they go to fight, but they haven't fought yet. So now we understand that Yujiro is actually this world's strongest. Baki is most likely the second strongest. I don't know what is going to go on with Ali. Maybe they did that to kind of put him away from the series now. Like, he had a respectable end because the main character just dusted his whole body, his whole soul. So he may not make a comeback. But now going further, we'll see what happens, man. I mean, the last quarter of the season I was watching, the Great Raikai tournament, was again I 7 out of 8 because I'm like it throws me for a loop, but it's not the things I want to see, not the things I was hoping for. It doesn't always get me out of my seat, man, but it gets me to sit up sometimes. Let me tell you that. I gotta like sit up, adjust my glasses and whatever, and I'm like, yo, hold on, I wasn't expecting that. That's okay. But it doesn't get me to pause the anime to be like, yo, that's crazy, you know. But it's still a good anime to watch, you know, other than that. But, I mean, I'm going to have, now that I know Yujiro's going to fight Baki, I got to continue the next season on Netflix. It's just called Baki I. So, hopefully, I get to see that fight soon. If not, like, yo, don't linger me on. I'm going to get bored real quick. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. Anyway, yo, it's YouTube. It's been your boy, Wild Right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I will come back with another video. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.